press conference was called for this morning so that we can give you a tentative identification of the remains that we found in the town of Hounsfield on the 16th of this month. As you know, we had a subject that was reported missing last March, on the 19th of March. Last time he was seen was the early morning of the 16th of March. And the investigation certainly was ongoing for over a year, or close to a year. The remains that we found over the weekend, again, is tentatively that of Sergeant Patrick Rust, a Fort Drum soldier. There will be an autopsy performed by anthropologists in Washington to confirm the identity. At this time, I'd like to thank not only the Watertown Police and the State Police for their assistance out there, but certainly Fort Drum, the military police, the MPI, and CID came out, and several people from each unit come out and assisted us on the scene. And without their help, this certainly would have been a much longer, drawn-out investigation. So with that, Sergeant Wood, is there anything you'd like to add?
I'd like Sergeant Richard Wood, WOOD, Watertown Police Department, Investigations Unit. On March 19th, we received a report of a missing person, namely Patrick Rust. On March 21st, the Investigation Division received a referral on that from the Patrol Division, and we started our investigation. Since the 21st, we've had an open investigation. Throughout the course of that investigation, we called in the Fort Drum Army CID MPI units that assisted the unfortunately, he wasn't found alive, and upon the discovery of his remains on Sunday, we again called on Fort Drum CID and Army resources to assist, and they came out with everything they had, and we appreciate that.
Question for you. You called a preliminary identification. What process has happened in order to, I guess, why is it preliminary, and what had to be done to make this identification?
Evidence we found on the scene, clothing, and other personal property, led us to a tentative identification today. Again, we will be having an autopsy performed to make it positive, but we're sure it is Patrick Rust.
This autopsy in Washington is by military personnel?
Yes, it is.
When is that being performed?
I don't believe they have a date just yet. They still have the remains. They have to transport it back to their lab.
And so we don't know yet the cause of death or what happened, why he was out there?
Not at this time.
Are you considering foul play?
It's under investigation.
Do you know how long he's been dead for? Have he been dead 6 months, or does he know that?
We can only assume that at this time that it was since March.
And obviously you have no leads about how he got there, whether he was transported by vehicle.
Again, that's all still under investigation.
Have the remains been moved from the site yet, Sheriff?
Not yet. Today will be probably the last day.
Sheriff, where was he last seen? I know he had said a business on Arsenal Street. People had said it was at the Clueless Bar or the mall.
The last sighting of him was on Arsenal Street in the city of Watertown.
What happens as this autopsy is done and the remains removed? What here do you have to do as far as investigation? What will be happening when
Again, all the evidence will be cataloged and placed into evidence. We'll be waiting the results of the autopsy before we close our case.
Has his family been notified yet? And if so, how are they taking him?
They have been notified.
Have they been at the scene?
Yes, they have. Okay, thanks.
Lieutenant Colonel Fortis, any comment from Fort Drum or anything you could give us regarding that?
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Paul Swergis. I'm the 10th Mountain Division Public Affairs Officer. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Fort Drum and 10th Mountain Division community to express our deepest condolences and sincere sympathy to the family of Sergeant Patrick Rusk. He was a good soldier, a veteran of Afghanistan and Iraq. He was a good comrade in arms to the men in his unit of the 10th Division Training Support Battalion. I'm sorry, that's the 10th Division Troop Support Battalion. And he will be dearly missed by his comrades. We are extending and will continue to extend every courtesy that we can to local law enforcement officials as they conduct the investigation into Patrick's death. That's all.
Can you tell us how the members of his unit are reacting to this?
They were taking it pretty hard, but they have all banded together and they want to do the best they can to support the family in their time of need.
Does it send a red flag when you find a body in a field like this? I mean, I know you're saying that you're still investigating, what's happened, but does this immediately send up a red flag for you guys when this body was down where it was?
Anytime you have remains found, it certainly puts up red flags. Thank you.